Not long ago I posted this short on YouTube and I couldn't imagine how viral it would go. In just a couple of weeks it reached 57 million views, which is insane considering that it's already much more than the population of Spain, the country where I come from. But despite of this insanity, what I also couldn't imagine is the criticism it generated. You see, the short features me using a Derma roller and Minoxidil to regrow my hair. And when I look at the AI summary of the comments, they aren't good. For one, the comments showed a clear demand of the results and clarity. Like, does the Derma roller and Minoxidil really regrow my hair? Second, they showed great skepticism and ineffectiveness claims, meaning many comments expressed doubt or call the method a scam or fake. And lastly, there are many concerns about Minoxidil's dependency and side effects. So I think it's fair to you to address all of these concerns one by one with my most sincere attempt to keep things honest here. We'll be discussing my own experience with these products and also we'll be looking at what science says about them, because all of these things like side effects and results have also been covered by scientific studies. But most importantly, I will try to keep things as non-biased as possible by not only addressing the benefits of these products but also the not so positive stuff. After all, Minoxidil and the Derma roller are considered medical devices, and with anything in medicine it's almost never perfect and needs to be viewed with a critical eye at times. That will hopefully give you a more fair sense of these treatments and help you decide if you want to use them for yourself. So without further ado, let's start with the first concern you guys raised, namely demand for results and clarity. Here, according to the AI summary of the comments, the viewers, you guys, overwhelmingly ask for a before and after comparison or a follow-up video showing the results, indicating a strong desire to see proof of effectiveness and understand the practical outcomes. So when I recorded this video, I had already been using the Derma roller and Minoxidil for 2 years. And what I think that many people watching shorts don't know is that I already did several videos doing that, showing my before and after results with these treatments. But just in case you didn't already, here it is. This is my before and 3 months after results by using the Derma roller with Minoxidil. Before that, I had been using finasteride 1 mg a day and it worked pretty well. But after some time it appeared that I started losing my hair again. So I decided to incorporate the Derma roller and Minoxidil into my routine. My results after that were very good. You see, with finasteride I was able to halt further hair loss. But with Minoxidil and the Derma roller I was able to go one step further and regrow some of my lost hair. What is also clear and visible from the picture is that I gained a ton of new hair density, which is an amazing outcome. The reason why I didn't directly show these results in the video is because, as the title implies, the video was only about how I use these treatments myself, not about before and after results, which I already covered. But of course I get the frustration of people and the resulting comments. Now it's been 3 years since I started using these treatments and the results still hold, as you can see. What I do is use Minoxidil in liquid form once a day, exactly 1 milliliter before going to bed. And the Derma roller, I use it once a week. Both things I only use here in my temple area. I don't use it, for example, in my crown area, as that area is fine. You should only target these products on the balding spots. And in my case, the worst is around the hairline. If you wish to see the products I use myself, you can find them below down in the description. Okay, so let's jump to the next point. Skepticism and ineffectiveness claims. A vast number of comments express doubt, call the method a scam or fake, and express personal experiences of it not working, suggesting a personal disbelief in the presented hair restoration technique. Well, of course, first of all, I would like to say that no treatment on earth is perfect. That goes for hair regrowth, treatments, or anything else. And while I had incredible and fairly quick results, it doesn't mean that everybody reacts the same. On the flip side, there's also very little information on how these people who said they didn't see any results use the products. Did they use them properly? Did they just use them for 1 month and then give up? For example, my results after 1 month were this. I got more shedding than before, and that's something normal. It means that the treatment is working because the affected hair is falling out and being replaced by new and healthier follicles. So if you don't know that this can happen, you're very likely to think that the treatments are not working, and thus that all of this is not possible. But besides my own experience, I wanted to give you a more official statement from this meta-study on evaluating the efficacy and safety of combined microneedling therapy versus topical minoxidil in androgenetic alopecia, a systematic review and meta-analysis. For those who don't know, a meta-analysis is a study that combines and analyzes the results of many previous studies to get a more reliable answer overall. So it's seen as the top of the top in terms of reliable information when it comes to medical literature. In this study, researchers looked at whether combining microneedling with minoxidil works better than using minoxidil alone to treat hair loss caused by androgenetic alopecia. They analyzed 12 clinical trials with over 600 participants and found some interesting results. First, the good news. Combining microneedling with minoxidil significantly improved hair growth. People in the combined therapy group saw a big increase in both the number of hairs and the thickness of their hair compared to those who only used minoxidil. Now the downside. The combined treatment lead to more side effects, like scalp itching and hypertrichosis. This means excess hair growth in unwanted places. But the good news is that these side effects were generally mild and went away on their own. And here's the big takeaway. The study found that depth, duration and type of microneedling didn't make a huge difference in the results. This means that microneedling could be a great addition to minoxidil to those struggling with hair loss, offering better results without needing to worry too much about the specifics on the microneedling technique. Many of you ask in the comments about the needle length, like which needles are best to use. What is great is that we also get some answers here, because the study mentioned needle length as part of the microneedling parameters analyzed. Specifically, it compared the effects on different needle depths, below 1 mm versus over 1 mm, on hair count improvement. The results showed that both shorter and longer needle lengths were effective in improving hair count, with no significant difference between the two groups. This suggests that the needle length does not play a major role in the effectiveness of microneedling to regrow your hair. But if you're confused, don't worry. If you're interested in just getting a beginner-friendly Derma roller, I will leave down in the description the one I personally use and recommend, so you can check it out. Anyway, I hope this addresses the concerns about ineffectiveness or skepticism claims. No treatment is perfect, but the literature supports the effectiveness of the combination of the two, and I also believe that by using them consistently, you will have great results. Lastly, the third largest section of the comments focused on minoxidil dependency and side effects. Many comments highlight the dependency created by minoxidil, stating that hair will fall out more severely if usage is stopped, and some warn about potential side effects or emphasize the need to wait several hours after derma rolling before applying it. Well, it is true that these treatments are for life. Thus the name treatments, otherwise they would be called cures. What this implies is that these treatments will unfortunately only work for as long as you are using them. If you, for example, regrow your hair like me by using minoxidil and the derma roller, but then stop using them, you can be sure that after some weeks of not using the treatments, your hair will go back to what it was before. I don't think though that you would necessarily lose more hair, just the same as if you didn't do anything. But this goes to say that it is a lifestyle choice. Before starting these treatments, you must ask yourself, are you willing to use minoxidil every day before going to bed? Or in the case of the derma roller, are you willing to use it every Sunday For me, I just incorporated this into my routine, and it's something I don't even think about too much anymore. It's kind of like brushing your teeth. You brush your teeth to keep them healthy, and you use Minoxidil and the Derma roller to do the same for your hair. But it takes some time to get used to the idea. Anyhow, I believe that for most people who care about keeping their hair like me, it's a sacrifice worth making. And if you end up keeping your hair until you are 50 or 60 years old, when it's maybe not that important to you anymore, then great. You enjoyed it in the most youthful time of your life. The other point this comment section was addressing is that there are potential side effects, or they need to wait several hours before derma rolling before applying minoxidil. This is true, and I did a video addressing this point, which you should go watch later. But in a nutshell, in the video I explained that it is necessary to wait 24 hours after derma rolling to apply minoxidil again for at least 2 reasons. First, the derma roller opens up channels in your skin, and if you put minoxidil right after, which contains irritants such as alcohol, you will probably irritate your skin too much. And second, if you apply minoxidil right after derma rolling, you take the risk of exposing your body to too much minoxidil, which, as many of you know, is not good. Minoxidil is a vasodilator, which means that it lowers blood pressure. Of course, this doesn't matter much when you apply it topically, because very little of it actually reaches the bloodstream. It is therefore actually very safe to use. But when you open new channels to let the minoxidil reach the follicles more easily, you risk more of that minoxidil reaching the blood and therefore creating issues. So the rule of thumb in hair loss forums, but also in the medical research, is that you should wait at least 24 hours before applying minoxidil again after microneedling. Most people report this being very safe. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this video and that it clarified some of the fears and doubts you had about these treatments. I know there are many other questions I wasn't able to respond in this video, but please write them in the comments below and I will do my best to answer them in my next video. Go watch this one next if you found this interesting, and until next time I wish you a happy hair journey. Bye.